Hello everyone, and welcome to my YNR Daily Update channel. Is this really just a simple mistake, or is something much deeper and darker going on in Genoa City? Think about it for a second. We've seen Victor Newman pull some pretty crazy stunts over the decades, but has he finally become the monster he always claimed to be fighting? What happens when a man with a god complex meets a woman who literally has nothing left to lose? You better buckle up, because things are about to go nuclear between Victor Newman and Phyllis Summers. Welcome back to the channel where we really tear apart what's happening in these stories. We don't just want to know what happened, we want to know why these characters are making such wild choices. Right now, the air in Genoa City is so thick you could cut it with a knife. We are watching a total collision course. On one side, you've got Victor's absolute need to control everything around him. On the other, you've got Phyllis's frantic survival instincts. But there's a massive wild card that changes the whole game. Matt Clark is back from the dead. Or at least, that's what it looks like. Let's look at why this is happening right now. Victor isn't just looking for a win in the boardroom. This feels more like a total purge. He's using high-tech AI to frame Phyllis, and honestly, it's a terrifying move. He's not just trying to get his company back, he's trying to delete her from the Newman legacy forever. It's like he's playing God with a computer program, and I have to say, it's a really dark look for the mustache. Why is he doing this? In my opinion, it's not really about the money. It's about his fear of losing his grip on the world he built. He needs to make sure only the people he likes are left standing. Let's talk about how bold this AI move really is. Victor didn't just beat Phyllis, he manufactured a whole digital reality where she's a criminal. If you think about it, this is peak psychological warfare. He isn't happy with a fair fight. He wants total surrender. By making fake evidence that looks exactly like Phyllis's own emails, he is gaslighting the entire legal system. It's high-level manipulation. He wants Phyllis to start questioning her own sanity while the rest of the world points their fingers at her. Can you imagine the terror Phyllis is feeling right now? She's usually the smartest person in the room, or at least she thinks she is. But now she realizes she's been checkmated by a computer. The sources tell us she's throwing out these desperate Hail Mary ideas, like trying to wiretap Victor. That's not a plan. That's the behavior of someone who is drowning and grabbing at anything they can find. I really think Victor has crossed a line here that he can't come back from. Using AI to fake a crime is a felony, yet he sits on his ranch acting like he has the moral high ground. It's totally hypocritical. He's basically teaching his family that the truth doesn't matter as long as a Newman wins. And while Victor is playing digital chess, his own son, Nick, is falling apart in the shadows. Nick is standing on a terrifying edge right now. The return of Matt Clark has basically blown up his mental health. Remember, Matt Clark is the guy who raped Sharon and framed Nick years ago. Seeing him back in town isn't just a plot twist for Nick, it's a massive psychological trigger. Nick isn't just dealing with a bad guy, he's dealing with the person who caused his biggest traumas. When Nick pulls out that single fentanyl pill in the park cafe, he's not just looking to get high. He's looking for a way to stop the pain. He feels totally powerless against his father's wars and Matt's creepy return. I really see this as a form of family neglect. The Newmans are so obsessed with the legacy that they can't even see Nick is relapsing right in front of them. It's a tragic irony, isn't it? Victor is fighting a fake war with AI while his real son is losing a real war with a pill. It honestly makes me so angry to see Adam and Victor celebrate their victory while Nick is suffering all alone. Now, we have to talk about the man of the hour, Matt Clark. Roger Howarth coming back as Matt is brilliant, but this amnesia thing he's doing? It's the oldest trick in the soap opera handbook. Why is he doing it? Well, think about it. If he doesn't remember, he's not responsible for his crimes, at least legally. But for Sharon and Nick, it's a living nightmare. Matt Clark is a monster who has used plastic surgery before to haunt them. This amnesia is just another mask. It lets him walk around the athletic club while his victims have to stay polite. Sharon's fear is totally justified. She was raped by this man. To see him casually grabbing a coffee is a violation that's hard to even wrap your head around. The sources say she's even starting to wonder if the amnesia is real because he's playing the Mitch role so well. That is the most dangerous stage of gaslighting. Matt is a total sociopath. He's integrated this new identity so deeply that he might even believe it, which makes him impossible to catch in a lie. He's a chameleon waiting for the perfect time to strike. And then there's the theory that Phyllis and Matt might actually team up. This would be a match made in hell. Phyllis is cornered. Michael Baldwin has already told her that her case is basically unwinnable. Why? Because if she proves the emails are AI forgeries, she might accidentally prove she's guilty of other high-tech crimes. It's a legal checkmate. When Phyllis is stuck, she doesn't give up, she flips the whole board. If Phyllis and Matt put their heads together, it won't just be about business anymore. It'll be about destroying the Newmans. Matt hates the family just as much as she does right now. I honestly think Phyllis is desperate enough to do it. She's already treating Michael Baldwin like he's some junior assistant, giving him a 1-week deadline to find a miracle. She is pushing away her only friends because her ego won't let her admit she lost. Teaming up with a monster like Matt Clark would be her final burn-it-all-down move. She'd rather see the world on fire than spend one day in a cell. This is the enemy of my enemy logic taken to a really scary place. Phyllis is choosing to align with a sexual predator because her hate for Victor is now her whole personality. It's a complete moral collapse. It shows that her loyalty to people like Summer is actually secondary to her need to win against the mustache. We also have to look at Christine Blair Romalotti. She walks into the Newman ranch like she's the voice of justice, but the irony is just wild. She's preaching about doing things by the book while she stands in the house of the man who wrote a fake book. Victor has basically turned the DA's office into a branch of his own company, and Christine has no idea she's being played. When Phyllis attacked Christine at the athletic club, it was pure projection. Phyllis knows she's in trouble, so she has to accuse Christine of being a corrupt puppet. It's a classic defense: if you can't beat the evidence, attack the person holding it. But I think Phyllis might actually be right about one thing: Christine is being a puppet here. She's so blinded by her old hatred for Phyllis, remember when Phyllis literally ran her over, that she's not asking the right questions about where this evidence came from. Her own sense of righteousness is her biggest weakness. Christine's threat to sue Phyllis for defamation and leave her totally broke is a glimpse into her own vengeful side. She isn't just looking for justice, she's looking to erase Phyllis Summers. It's legal revenge, which is almost colder than what Victor is doing. Everything is coming to a head very soon. Michael Baldwin is terrified of a disaster, and he has every right to be. We have all these ticking time bombs. Nick's addiction is about to explode. Matt's secrets are about to come out. Victor's AI lie is hanging by a thread. And Phyllis's 1-week deadline is almost up. The tension is just too much. Someone is going to break. Who do you think it will be? My money is on Nick or Phyllis. I'm predicting that when Victor bursts in, he's going to catch Phyllis doing something she can't explain with Matt Clark. He doesn't just want her in jail, he wants her erased from his children's hearts forever. Victor's manhunt for Matt isn't just about safety either. It's about being the alpha protector. If he can save the family from Matt and destroy Phyllis at the same time, his power will be absolute. It's a huge play for total dominance. The fallout is going to be heartbreaking. Think about the human cost here. You've got Noah facing the man who might have run him off the road. You've got Sharon facing her rapist. And you've got Chelsea watching Adam lose his soul to Victor's machine. The human damage is going to be massive. So, where does this leave us? We are looking at a version of Genoa City that's about to be changed forever by one moment of truth. The dirty secrets between Matt and Phyllis might not even be real, they might be more AI lies from Victor. Or they might be a desperate deal made in a dark corner. Either way, Victor is going to use them to blow Phyllis's life apart. Honestly, Victor Newman is playing a very dangerous game. By weaponizing technology and lying to the courts, he's destroying the very integrity he says he wants to protect. Phyllis is a villain, sure, but Victor is turning into a tyrant. And in the middle of it all, people like Nick and Sharon are being hurt all over again just for the sake of a corporate logo. I suspect that Matt Clark's amnesia will disappear the second he realizes Victor has the upper hand. He'll probably throw Phyllis under the bus to save himself, leaving her completely alone and facing prison with no one left in her corner. This is some of the most intense writing we've seen in a long time. The psychological stakes are just through the roof. But I want to know what you think about all this. Do you think Victor is actually justified in using fake AI evidence to protect his legacy? Or has he officially become the biggest villain on the show? And can we talk about Nick for a second? If he takes that last pill, who do you blame more? Is it Matt Clark for coming back and triggering him, or is it the Newman family for being too busy with their business wars to notice he's literally drowning? Let's get a real debate going in the comments. Is Phyllis finally getting what she deserves, or is Victor taking things way too far this time? If you loved this deep dive into the mind games of Genoa City, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe for more. We don't just tell you the news, we try to figure out what's really going on behind the scenes. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a breakdown. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned, because in Genoa City, the only thing more dangerous than a secret is the person who decides to expose it. I'll see you in the next one. Victor bursts in to expose every dirty secret between Matt and Phyllis now. Was this really just a corporate chess move, or has Victor Newman finally decided that the truth is whatever he says it is? Think about it for a second. What happens when a man with a literal god complex decides to use artificial intelligence to play with people's lives? Right now, Genoa City isn't just a town, it's a psychological battlefield where the mustache is the general, and everyone else is just collateral damage. Stick around, because we are diving deep into why Victor is about to burst in and expose a web of secrets that might just end Phyllis Summers for good. The air in Genoa City is currently toxic, and I don't use that word lightly. We are seeing a total collision course between Victor's absolute need for dominance and Phyllis's frantic survival instincts. Here is the analysis you need to hear. Victor isn't just seeking a business win, he is conducting a full-scale territorial purge. By recruiting Christine Blair Romolotti into his scheme, he's weaponizing the legal system to settle a personal score. My take? This is a terrifying look at how far Victor will go to maintain his throne, using sophisticated AI to manufacture a reality that fits his narrative. Let's get into the core of this psychological warfare. Victor has developed an AI tool that doesn't just disable Phyllis's influence, it fabricates criminal claims against her. Why is he doing this now? Because Victor sees Phyllis as a threat to his life's work, and he wants to remove her presence from the Newman brand entirely. Internally, Victor is likely feeling a mix of cold calculation and a desperate need to test his family's loyalty. He's playing a high-stakes game where the ends always justify the means, even if those means involve total fraud. I honestly think Victor has crossed a line that he can't come back from. He is standing in the home of the man orchestrating a massive fraud while preaching about justice to Christine. It is the ultimate dramatic irony. Victor is using technology to play God, and in my opinion, it makes him the show's true villain, regardless of what Phyllis has done. His behavior screams of a pathological need for control where he views people as chess pieces rather than human beings. Meanwhile, look at the emotional wreck that is Phyllis Summers. She is cornered, and the threat of federal prison is finally cracking her armor. When Phyllis gets desperate, she doesn't surrender, she self-destructs. She is currently trying to bait Victor into a recorded confession, a Hail Mary move that shows just how outmatched she really is. She's even issuing ultimatums to Michael Baldwin, her only real ally, which is a classic psychological defense mechanism. She attacks the people trying to save her because she can't handle the shame of her own defeat. And then there is the wild card, Matt Clark. The return of this monster, claiming amnesia, no less, is a massive psychological trigger for the entire Newman family. Whether his memory loss is real or just another mask, he is a chameleon waiting for the perfect time to strike. If Phyllis and Matt actually team up, we are looking at an unholy alliance of two people who want to see the Newman world burn. It's a match made in hell because both are evil geniuses when it comes to plotting. But while the titans are clashing, Nick Newman is quietly drowning. He is standing on a terrifying precipice, battling a drug addiction that was weaponized against him by Matt. Nick is currently carrying one last fentanyl pill in his pocket, fighting a silent, agonizing struggle for sobriety. The tragic irony here is that Victor is so busy fighting a fake war with AI that he can't even see his own son is losing a real war with a pill. It makes me visceral with anger to see the Newman machine prioritize power over Nick's basic human decency. Things are about to get much worse. The escalation is reaching a breaking point as Michael Baldwin realizes the legal case is fundamentally unwinnable. If they prove the AI evidence is fake, they might accidentally prove Phyllis is guilty of other crimes. It is a legal checkmate. I'm predicting that Victor will burst in at the exact moment Phyllis tries to make a deal with Matt Clark. He won't just expose a secret, he will use their connection to ensure Phyllis enters a prison cell completely bankrupt and utterly destitute. What happens next? The consequences will be spectacular and likely lead to a total family fallout. Victor's dominance might become absolute, but he will be ruling over a kingdom of broken people. Nick's addiction is a ticking time bomb, and if he takes that pill, the Newman legacy will be stained with more than just corporate fraud. But I want to hear from you. Do you think Victor is justified in using fake evidence to protect the family, or has he officially become a tyrant? And who do you blame more for Nick's relapse, Matt Clark or the Newmans for being too busy with their wars to notice? Let's get a debate going in the comments. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure you like and subscribe so you never miss a breakdown of the drama in Genoa City. See you in the next one.